Hello, you're listening to ReedyGeeks, a Walt Disney World podcast. My name is Andrew, and today I'm joined by Geo82 reservation sniper, Sean.
See, that was good. I did that today. That was good. I'm looking for myself, and I ended up helping someone else out.
That someone is me.
Yeah, it's always good to help out a friend. And the Christmas cookie monster, JJ.
Hey, that's a title I'll wear proudly.
What's your favorite Christmas cookie?
My mother-in-law makes something called like a bird nest cookie, and it's got like some nuts on the ring of it, and there's a little jam in the middle. Oh no, thumbprint cookie it's called.
Thumbprint, oh.
It's really good.
Sounds unique, actually.
Yeah.
In today's episode, we recap all of the Disney World park announcements at this year's Destination D23. So this week on ReedyGeeks, we're covering all of the major announcements from Destination D23. Just a couple of weeks ago, we released our preview episode where we placed our bets in a little game we call Mousekings. Now that the event has wrapped, it's time to break down what was revealed and crown the winner of this year's D23 Mousekings.
Oh boy, I'm so excited.
So let's just recap one more time that last year, who won? Who won Mousekings?
I did.
You did. Right.
That's correct.
Do you remember the bet that won it?
Yeah, actually it was the Monsters door coaster.
Oh, okay.
Because I bet that there was going to be a new ride added to Hollywood Studios. Because again, I just like placing bets on parks that need more rides to get more rides.
And it worked out for you.
I'm 1 for 2.
Yeah,
50% is pretty good.
It did not really work out this year. Should we recap our bets or no? It's not going to matter.
I mean, there's not much to recap because we, spoiler alert, did not do well.
No.
Yeah.
I actually don't think any of our bets hit.
I don't even have the list I made open. I just remember I wanted something to do with Spaceship Earth, and I was so sure that was going to happen. Spaceship Earth, a new Skyliner expansion.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And then maybe it was something to do with like finding out a little bit more about the Animal Kingdom expansion.
Yes, the Encanto ride.
Yeah, it was something like with that, and we got nothing, none of that. So
yeah. Well, to be honest, I'm not that upset that we didn't really get so many huge announcements. Like They have a lot going on right now, and I think that sometimes it's better to not get the blue sky and only hear the concrete plans that they have.
And this was a decent D23 if you're interested in global parks. Like there's a lot to be announced. There was a lot announced for Hong Kong and Paris, and there was some stuff announced for Disneyland. But like as a Walt Disney World centered podcast, for Walt Disney World itself, it was not a letdown, but kind of a meh.
Yeah. Well, and I think we have to remind ourselves too that Destination D23 is supposed to be the smaller event.
Yeah. I expect next year to be far larger and more grand. Our bets will be bigger for next year's D23.
In 2026, we should definitely be hearing like very concrete ideas for like Villains Land.
I think, yeah. I mean, we have a whole year to speculate, but I think by the time D23 comes out next year in August of 26, I think we already know what Villains Land is going to be called. We know what it's going to be kind of about, and I think they just deep dive into what is going to be part of. Like, I think Disney's going to do that thing where like a random Wednesday in May, they just drop a morning news dump, and they just reveal Villains Land like they did with Piston Peak.
Right.
I think they're going to do that in the spring, and then D23 is just, they're going to give you all the rides. They're going to tell you what restaurants are in there. It's going to be a whole, opening in 2028, whatever it's going to be, 2029. They'll give you everything you need to know.
All right, well, let's get into what we did get from this Destination D23, all the park announcements for Walt Disney World. And the first one we're going to start with is the icon.
No, hold on. Before you guys get into that, I have to declare myself the Mousekings King again because no new winner means that I still reign.
Oh,
Is that how it goes?
I'm calling my shot. I'm the king, so I don't have to abdicate my crown to anybody.
I guess you lost slightly less than the rest of us.
I won by default.
You were the best loser.
You were the best loser.
No, I think we lost equally well.
This is how an actual casino wants you to view losing. That you didn't lose as much.
Oh yeah. I'm still ahead though.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm still up.
All right, well, let's talk about the icon of Magic Kingdom, its centerpiece. Cinderella's castle is going to be repainted once again, but back to its original colors, the creams, the grays, the blues, and it's going to have some gold accents.
I love it.
This is good. Yeah.
Yeah. You know, I never hated the pinkish, more like sunsetty kind of tones that it has currently. That was for the 50th, but I liked it for the 50th, and then once it wasn't the 50th, I kind of wanted it to go back, and it just stayed for a little too long.
Yeah, I think the worst thing about this is, when are they going to do it? Is this going to bring back everyone's favorite crane in the background of their, castle pictures?
Yeah, I mean, I like the idea of having the original one back. It's more classic. It's more like it's the Castle Neuschwanstein from Germany, which it's based off of, right? Or partially based off of. I just think though that the pink isn't that bad. Like, it's grown on me.
No,
I don't mind it at all.
If we didn't learn that it was changing, I wouldn't be upset about it. I don't hate the way it looks now. Now that I know it's going back, I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, it's actually right behind me, right there. The pink.
There you go.
Castle. But I wonder, like, I don't know, how much does it cost to repaint this? You know what I mean? Like, to only have it pink for a couple years and then to repaint it again. Like, imagine they were taking away the lights on Spaceship Earth, right? It'd be like, well, what was the point of that? You know what I mean?
Oh, those lights are awesome. They never can leave.
Yeah. That I would be upset about them doing. But
that was just like one guy.
Really?
Yeah, that was like his project. He just did it.
That's awesome.
Isn't it insane?
I will never concern myself about what certain things cost the Walt Disney Company.
Yeah, that's a good point.
It's not my money. It's like when Hal Steinbrenner didn't want to sign, but he drew an imaginary line in the sand with Juan Soto. Like, this isn't real money.
Yeah, but for a Fortune 500 company that has a budget and has to make quarterly profits, I wonder if they cut somewhere else in order to do this. And I don't know. It'll be nice.
That's why the drinks at Geo82 are $40 a drink.
Yes.
The ReedyGeeks do live to provide shareholder value.
Who's our shareholders?
No. The companies that advertise on our.
Oh, yes.
Oh, the countless list of companies.
Promo code ReedyGeeks.
Okay, now, boys, if you just stop carrying on like, we just might dedicate this next song to y'all.
Okay, so the next announcement was Walt Disney's animatronic coming to Carousel of Progress.
I was so excited about hearing that there was going to be a new scene in the Carousel of Progress until I found out that it was this. And I feel like I'm less excited because it's just going to be that intro that plays. It's just going to be like a live animatronic now. So it's cool.
Well, I wonder if they redo the intro. They probably do.
The whole intro of the show, I'm sure, is going to be new. But when I heard new scene, I thought maybe they'd be taking the family further into the future. And it's just Walt talking about progress.
I wonder if the whole future scene also gets redone. That they're redoing two scenes and they just haven't told us. But I like the Walt animatronic. I know I'm in the minority. Let's get a Walt animatronic in every Disney park.
Well, you're in the minority, but I do think that as more people see it, they like it. And it's a lot of echo chamber Diz Twitter that doesn't like it.
Yeah, my problem isn't that it's Walt. I have no problem with Walt. I don't know. I would have liked it better if it was actually adding to the ride, and not just basically a new
I think
intro.
it will add to the ride because the intro is just you sitting in front of a curtain. Like, why not have there be a really cool animatronic commemorating, the only ride that Walt touched? Like, I like the idea.
That does it come full circle where we start with Walt and then we go around the whole theater and then we come back, and instead of ending with the future family, we end with another Walt kind of sends us off.
Animatronic Walt gives us a little kiss on the forehead.
Well, it's going to have to go back into the room. It's going to have to go back into the room with animatronic Walt, because you don't get out of the theater in the future scene. You get out of the theater with the curtain right now. So I think that it'll probably be a curtain will be probably over the Walt, and then when new people come in, then the curtain goes up. But you're going to see like a whole nother scene. There's going to be new background. It's probably going to be his office or something. Like, that's kind of cool. I also like that it's showing that they are putting money into the carousel progress, so there's really less of a chance that they're going to get rid of it.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I would riot if they got rid of carousel progress.
I think that the carousel progress might be the one thing in the entire park of Walt Disney World that they could never get rid of.
It's so vintage and so Walt, and it's like one of the only things that we have that's really a museum piece of Walt Disney era Disney company.
Yeah, that's a good point. I also, I heard this idea this week on another podcast, and I wanted to see what you guys thought about it. What if they changed the future scene to be the original future scene? So it's more of a mid-century future idea of the future, and not necessarily an 80s future.
Yeah, I mean, well, it's actually a 1994 future, but
okay.
It's Kevin Rafferty's 1994 future.
So going back in time, but it's still being the future?
It's still the future scene, but it's what they thought the future would be when the ride was built in the 40s or 60 in 64.
Yeah.
Like more Fantastic Four retro future kind of vibe.
Exactly.
But maybe the technology is very current with, AI and some kind of hologram or projection stuff that's like more integrated into your daily life.
Yeah, I mean, you could go that direction. This idea was that it was literally going to be what was at the World's Fair, and it'll stay as kind of like a museum to what the World's Fair was, and it'll never be updated again.
Oh, like bringing it back to the original, like this is it in its original condition.
Yes.
And Walt is going to announce the whole thing.
Yes.
Oh, I don't mind that at all.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind that either. I think that would be an acceptable way to stop the constant people saying, "Oh, this is now outdated. This is now outdated." It's the Tomorrowland problem that they have with the land.
That's actually not too shabby.
It's interesting for sure.
Yeah. I don't know. I like the whole aesthetic of the Fantastic Four future anyway, like that style. And then maybe they just make everything that.
Yeah. It's a beautiful aesthetic. Like the vintage Tomorrowland mid-century modern future is
it feels a little bit like the way what they give you at the end of Spaceship Earth, your future. Everyone's kind of like wearing those like white, astronaut jumpsuits or whatever.
Yeah. Like a version of the Jeffersons,
The Jetsons.
Yeah. The Jetsons.
Oh, I want to go back. Can we cut that?
You definitely have to go back for that.
We're definitely not, though. So
that'll come out at some point.
Bloopers. Okay, so our third announcement here is an overlay, and Disney World never gets overlays, so this is very interesting. It's an overlay of Tron Light Cycle Run, and it's going to be overlaid to Tron Ares, which is coming out on I think it's coming out in November. The overlay will be live on September 15th, though, so it's coming out pretty soon.
That's crazy. That's going to be so soon.
Well, all they're really doing is changing the color scheme.
And the music.
Yeah. And the music, right. I'm sorry. The music is going to be by Nine Inch Nails.
Yeah. Yep. Well, yeah, 9 Inch Nails did the soundtrack for the first one, too. I don't know. I don't remember how much music of it was featured in the original ride or the ride that is going now, but This is just whatever news to me. It looks cool. The red looks cool. It'll look cool at night.
I wonder if they never made an announcement, if anyone would have noticed. Probably, right? Because it is
people
blue.
Would have noticed. Yeah,
red versus blue.
It's very people definitely would have noticed.
Oh, are you going to be on Team Red? Because you're on Team Blue when you do it now.
Truthfully, I have no idea.
Oh, interesting.
Maybe.
So maybe it's more than just changing the canopy's color. I was thinking it was just changing the canopy's color. Maybe it's going to be more of changing the storyline.
Maybe you're completely flip-flopping the story. Yeah. That's cool. That would be really cool if it's that.
Yeah.
Bob, I know you're listening. It's not too late.
No. September 15th hasn't happened yet.
Yeah. We still got weeks. Week.
1 week. So another announcement at D23, villains themed land at Magic Kingdom.
You guys got so close.
I said that we weren't going to get anything. So I mean, I guess I lost a little bit on that, but
Wait. Was I the only one that bet on Villains Land? I thought you did too, JJ.
Wait, maybe I did.
I think you did.
Do you think I did?
I think you did. Ugh. I think we both had that as a solo bet, just because we thought it was definitely going to happen.
I don't think so.
I have a bad feeling about this.
Well, either way, we did hear something about Villains Land. We heard where the ideas of Villains Land are coming from, the aesthetic that Villains Land is going to have, and how they are researching this aesthetic so that they could bring a more authentic version to Magic Kingdom. So after Imagineers identified the similarities between magical, fluid, and organic appearance of both the animated villains and the, pardon me here, Art Nouveau. No,
Art Nouveau.
Right. Art Nouveau style of construction. The team coined a new term, conjured architecture. And this refers to the blending of historical components and fantastical worlds that have merged to ultimately create something wicked that will be able to be experienced firsthand, a villain-inspired land. And that came from Disney Parks blog, just so everyone knows.
I mean, it's interesting because it sounds like we're going to get a real kind of obviously spooky vibe here. Art Nouveau is like late 1800s European, you know, when you think of like, I read today specifically that they went on site to Paris and Barcelona, the two places they went to look specifically at architecture. And it's interesting if this is in any way a small hint or Easter egg as to what villains will be more prominently featured.
Interesting.
I'm not going to even begin to speculate, but it's interesting that they kind of threw out where they went. And if you try to think about movies and stories that took place in Europe, those countries, if that's some small Easter egg or small hint, or if it's just they like that style and that's where they're going. Because I just thought, you know, much more gothic, you know, big gates and spires and pointy towers on roofs of houses and very almost Haunted Mansion style-y looking architecture.
Yeah, but it seems like the Art Nouveau is going to be a little more flowy. Like Art Nouveau has more of a circular, like everything's kind of wavy, not jagged.
Almost like it was melted.
Yes, it's a more ethereal sort of feeling. It should look really great, really cool.
Yeah, and I think it could apply to a lot of different villains too. Like they had put up artwork with certain Art Nouveau buildings next to other villains, right? And you can kind of see how Ursula even goes into
the
that.
The tentacles are flowy and
Yeah, or Hades, with him being fire and then like his build, you know what I mean? Like there's a lot most of the villains, I think it fits really, really well. Oh man, it just reminds me of like we should have been Imagineers. The amount of world trips they get to go on for research. It's great. But I'm glad they're taking it seriously, right? And they're I think this is going to be a great land when it comes out.
It has to be. There's no other option.
I kind of mentioned this on the Kevin Rafferty episode where he's talking about like, it's Mickey Mouse's ride. I have to nail it.
Yeah.
Like, this is of equal importance. This is going to be the headline section of the headline park. Magic Kingdom's like one of the most visited theme parks in the world. They deem it the crown jewel. Like they treat it as the crown jewel of Walt Disney World.
Yeah.
And so they're going to have to make sure they nail it.
Yeah.
Do we think that at this point it would be considered, I don't want to say a disappointment because I don't think it would be ultimately disappointing, but would it be a shock if it was revealed that the main attraction, the big to-do in Villains Land wasn't in some way Maleficent themed?
I wouldn't care personally.
Okay.
But
I would be shocked.
Yes,
Right.
I would be surprised.
I wouldn't, it wouldn't impact my excitement for it, but I would be stunned, quite frankly, if the main big attraction, the main big ride, the main focal piece of everything wasn't Dragon or Maleficent themed. So it's thinking about like they're going to do that. So what else are they going to do? Like what are they filling around it? What are they doing around it? Because we already assume Maleficent is the big thing. So what are they putting in and around it?
The Descendants.
Actually, it's going to be Zombies 4.
No, that's a really great point, Sean, and we'll have no idea until it comes out.
Like I said, we have a whole year to speculate on this, and I'm sure we will continue to do so. But
and I bet they don't know either. I mean, they're doing so much research with which villains are people more care about and want to see. I know. Friend of the can we say friend of the podcast, Len Testa? I think we should. I think we can.
Yeah.
Friend of the podcast, Len Testa, has shared some survey results or surveys on his show, Disney Dish.
Recently. Yeah, I was listening to it today.
Yeah. And they're asking, pretty much what do you want to see? What villains resonate with you?
I do think some of that is they're checking their work as opposed to they've got more, they have an idea they want to do. They're making sure it's right.
Right.
And which is good though, because if they had done that before Galaxy's Edge, maybe you would have seen Luke and Leia.
Right. Or
yes and no.
I'm still on team. They wanted that new trilogy land so that then they could go
because
Harry Potterize this and put Star Wars in every, in more parks. So here's the new trilogy land, and then we'll break the continuity in Disneyland because we won't have room. But we have room in Disney World, and we're going to go put an original trilogy land here and a prequel trilogy land there, and then all of a sudden it's Star Wars everywhere.
Prequel trilogy land.
You hate that, Sean? Didn't you come up with that idea in your?
No, this was me. No, it was me.
Oh, it was you.
It was my fit in Epic Disneyverse.
Yeah,
I was taking us to Endor.
Right, that's the original trilogy,
not the prequel trilogy.
I said prequel trilogy, which
lame. I'm sorry, I missed that.
The prequels are lame, and you can come at us, listeners. The original trilogy is fantastic, but the new trilogy is better than you think it is, and the prequels are lame.
Are still bad.
Can we have a drop here of Anakin saying, "I hate sand"?
It'll go on for like 15 minutes now.
Well, that's progress for you.
So just after the Destination D23 announcement, Disney released the date in which Dinosaur will officially end and close its doors. So that will be February 2nd. So if you want to get on Dinosaur, you have to be there by February 1st to ride it.
Yeah, and once again, in classic Disney fashion, they didn't. When I saw these tweets come out that like Disney has officially announced, I scoured social media, I scoured the internet looking for the Disney announcement. They just dropped it in the My Disney Experience app. A little footnote at the bottom of the page where for Dinosaur. Oh, by the way, come ride this until February 1st. So, yeah, this wasn't I don't think they were just news dumping this, but they're not making these grand announcements for these things. Sometimes they just let the news out, and people will react as they will February 1st will be the last day you can ride Dinosaur, as well as eat at Restaurantosaurus.
Yeah.
Oh no, I'm so upset about Restaurantosaurus.
I wonder if that lounge comes back in whatever new version it's going to be.
The greatest bar in Disney World that we were told is
that
in the
little
back
closet.
of Restaurantosaurus.
I love Dinosaur. I think it was an excellent ride. But I guess it doesn't quite fit a Central America theme, which is still very Animal Kingdom-esque. So it is what it is.
Yeah, I love everything that's happening here.
Yeah.
I think, once I learned that the Indy wasn't going to be some easily cloned or ported version of one of the Indies that exist already, I was like, okay, I feel much better about this.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's nothing I would sacrifice from the new coming attractions to keep Dinosaur. If they were like, oh, we'll keep Dinosaur, but we got to get rid of Indy. No, everything that's coming to Animal Kingdom is going to be great. Dinosaur is great, but it is time.
Yeah, it's time. Dr. Seeker needs to answer for his crimes.
He's going on sabbatical, I heard. He's going to... Walt's gonna hire him for his little Utopia city, I think.
Someone on our TikTok channel had commented that he should become a roaming character. I love that idea.
It would be funny if they somehow found a way to put him in something else. Even if it was even if he's not the host for something, like the host for the ride, even if he's just like a cameo somewhere. It would be really funny if they just found a way to just keep him in the universe as Dr. Seeker.
I saw a tweet, and maybe it might have been from Disney Dan, about saying that they're definitely going to miss this opportunity, but they should hire him to be there on the closing day and lead him out of the building in handcuffs.
Oh, that's so good. It's so good. Because, you made it back, but you don't know how many other people didn't make it back.
Right. Just our car made it back.
I think reckless endangerment is also like a crime, right?
Right. And breaking into the Time Rover. Hacking.
Yeah.
He hacked. Okay, and we also got dates for Zootopia Better Zoogether, which is going to open on November 7th. So that's opening actually a little sooner than I thought it was going to open.
Yeah, me too.
I have a question for the Animal Kingdom and maybe Zootopia fans on the podcast here. I'm surprised. Are they leaning so heavily into Zootopia because I know there's going to be a Zootopia 2. I never thought Zootopia was this. Like, I'm stunned to hear there's all this Zootopia stuff coming to Animal Kingdom. Like, is it just an easy thing to kind of lean into, or is it really way more popular than maybe I'm giving it credit for?
It's $1 billion franchise with one movie.
$1 billion is good.
It's pretty popular. But Zootopia 2, I think they're really hoping is going to be like Inside Out 2. That it's just it's gonna resonate with people. It's gonna hit, and you really can like world build in Zootopia. You could have an endless amount of stories with that world. So I'm excited about that, and that's kind of actually why I wish they did more with the name's escaping me right now, but where they had water and fire and elemental.
That was great.
I want an elemental too, and I kind of see that as like a very similar franchise. And I think they could do it if Zootopia 2 works out well. And I heard a lot of the same effects will be in Zootopia 2 Zoo Together as was the Bug's Life.
Just making it easy on them.
Yeah, I mean they didn't have much time to switch over the theater. So
I mean, it's a screen and some props. It's not like that crazy.
Right, but they're going to have the same seats with those cockroaches.
Stung?
Someone's going to poke my butt.
Something's going to sting you. You know what I mean? Or at least those seats are still there. I mean, it hasn't been closed that long.
It's going to be called
right.
Zoogether?
Better Zoogether.
Better Zoogether.
Like better together?
Thank you very much.
Wait, what?
I don't love that, but it's cute enough.
Yeah, it's corny.
It's fine. I mean, I don't think it's the best fit. I know it's animals and Animal Kingdom is animals, but like I think they're telling very human stories and not very like nature conservation animal centric stories.
That's interesting.
Do we think that with the addition of Tron in the Magic Kingdom and Villain's Land and Piston Peak maybe directly contradicts this thought that I'm having because Cars is just very family and kid friendly. It kind of seems like they're going hard to make Animal Kingdom like a very family and specifically kid friendly. Young, maybe the most kid friendly park.
Well, I'm sure that had a lot of feedback. If you look at all the rides there, what could a little kid enjoy?
Right.
Like Avatar's not a kids movie, even though there's a slow boat ride for it. Like that's not it. They don't know where they are or what they're doing. Everest is a big roller coaster.
Yeah.
There's a lot. There was just so much stuff for bigger kids
audiences. Yeah.
That it really for young kids, Animal Kingdom was kind of just a zoo. Not to throw shade at the Not a Zoo campaign.
Yeah, and it's difficult for the kids to go on those walkthroughs, to keep their attention. And on the safari ride, I mean, the safari ride's great for kids too, but you're not allowed to stand up. You may not see an animal all the time. It can be a very disappointing ride if you're going at like 1 p.m. in the afternoon and all the animals are hiding because it's so hot out.
Right.
So there was never a carousel. There was never like, a flat spinner ride.
Yes, there was.
There was.
The little Triceratops thing.
Yeah, that's right. And
that's one
that
ride.
Mouse.
Like,
yeah.
Oh yeah, the whipping mouse ride.
Yeah.
Oh, Primeval World, but that's a bigger kid ride.
I'm also stunned to every time I remember that there's a rapid ride in Animal Kingdom.
Yeah,
I don't know how that's survived as long as it has. What can we put there?
Anything?
Yeah. I don't think I've ever been on it.
No.
I have a couple of times when I went with my family.
I never want to get that soaking wet.
Yeah, once you get like 18, you realize how annoying it is to have wet socks or wet.
Like there are times I come off of
wet underwear or whatever,
Splash Mountain and Tiana Bayou, where I'm like, I'm a little annoyed at how wet I just got.
Hey, Sam wore a poncho last time we went on, so maybe you should take a page out of her book. Go on Amazon, buy some ponchos because they're like only like $2 on Amazon, but they're like $10 at Disney World.
I'm never upset about like my shirt or pants being wet, but you're right. You nailed it,
the
JJ.
Shoes and socks.
The shoes and socks. That's the worst.
It's bad.
Please remain seated throughout your voyage, keeping your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside the boat.
Okay, so that is all of our announcements from D23. So it was light, but all of them I appreciate getting.
Yeah, it's quality over quantity, I guess, this time around. There's not a lot to talk about, but the things that we're getting are good and fun.
I am already looking forward to next year.
Yeah. I guess it would be fair to say that there were more announcements about merchandise and food, but that's just like not things that excite us.
Yeah, we don't talk about we never talk about food or breast.
We've never talked about food before
bars.
on this podcast.
If it was a bar, we would do a whole episode on.
You know what, guys? Do you think you have time for a little game?
I can hang around.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, guys, we got a super simple segment. It's called Overrated Underrated. I don't think I need to explain the rules on that. I'm going to read something, and you guys will discuss if this thing is overrated or underrated. I've only got a few. Going to try to keep it a nice, tight episode for everybody for once.
I guess we have had a couple long episodes.
Yeah, it's okay. We had a lot to say.
Wonderful imagination.
All right, is everybody ready for the first one?
Let's get it.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Reservations only bars, are they overrated or underrated?
I think they're necessary until, in the beginning. But if they're going to stay like that forever, then I think it's probably going to be overrated, and I don't want to go back there.
I tend to. I don't know if I can give just a hard and fast answer to this, because I think a bar like Trader Sam's is always going to have to be reservation based.
Well, it's not though.
Or okay, walk up like you unless it's completely empty and you're the first people there. There's some form of waiting. That's
what I mean. Like, and I think that's what Andrew was implying.
Do you think the walk up window or walk up line is a better solution than advanced reservations?
No, I want the reservation.
I
know I'm in the minority here because I think it's silly that some of these places require the reservation. But I think Trader Sam's would be a much more beloved experience if you didn't have to wait 3 hours for it. If you either got the reservation or you didn't. You're playing your trip around going or you don't.
Fair. I don't love the reservation and the 45-minute rule. Do one or the other. I hate the 45-minute rule personally. If I'm gonna make a reservation and I'm gonna spend the time to look for this reservation and get this reservation and plan part of my day around it, I want to be able to sit there for more than 45 minutes.
And the money. I understand saying that you have a 45-minute rule, but if someone keeps ordering food, ordering drinks, why are you kicking them out?
Yeah, I hate the 45-minute thing.
Well, so that more people.
You don't know if you and Emily went in there and dropped, a redacted amount of money. Who says the person that sits down after you is going to just get a cocktail and leave, and you guys would have spent X amount of more money?
Right.
There's absolutely
another $60, $70.
Nothing solid to say that the more people coming in means more profit. That does not equal. Like, I could sit there. We sat in Goga's for 45 minutes and spent $1,000.
Yeah, but it's because of the reservation system that they have to make the 45-minute. So when you're having a dinner, they can anticipate how long you're going to be staying because they know how long it's going to take to cook the meal and for you to eat the meal. And then after that, you're probably going to want to leave. But with drinking, it's different. With a bar, you could stay there all night long and keep on ordering drinks. That's fine. But you're going to be taking up that table the entire night. If they have a reservation system, then there's no way they can anticipate when Sean Murphy is going to leave. They need to limit you at some point.
I don't know,
but that's so rare. I'd love to see what a reservation system without. I want to see it play out. I need to do the math. Let's look at the math. One of these bars switch to no 45-minute wait and see what happens.
Right. Yeah, that's a good point. Which one would you want to not be a 45-minute wait? Wait, what are the 45-minute waits? Trader Sam's is not.
Oga's currently still is.
No, but that's why it's walk up.
Beacon Barrel is
Oga's is
45 minutes.
Beacon Barrel.
Oga's Beacon Barrel and is Geo?
I didn't think so. I think we were there longer than 45 minutes.
But that's reservation and no time limit. But then it's a $30 drink.
It kind of felt like it took 45 minutes to get our drinks. It did take a while.
I mean, because the offerings are so fancy and expensive, it might feel a little crappy to rush someone out in 45 minutes if they're going to come in and spend $30 on a crab cake or whatever.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, I don't know. I like being able to, and that's part of the reason why if I can get a reservation for Geo 82, I'm 100% going to go when I'm down there just to check it out. But there's 100 other places in Disney World I can just belly up to the bar and order a drink. I don't need a reservation based bar. It's so easy for me to go, I just don't need to go there. If I don't get a reservation for Geo 82, I'm not going to be upset.
I would rather. What about this? A hybrid where, say, take Oga's. You have the booths are reservation based, and then you can go in and stand at the bar if you want.
Oh, but it's standing room only, so that's going to keep most people.
Yeah,
most people are going to get going.
Yes.
If I'm standing, I'm not going to stand for 2 hours.
I think that's an interesting concept. But also, there's limited seat, there's limited standing room at the bar. You're not just going to let 100 people in to stand around the bar. No,
there's got to be a wait. There's got to be a wait list, just like
the booths.
Trader Sam's.
The booths are reservation based, and so that would mean a party of 4 or more. Can 2 people get a booth? Are they going to waste a booth on 2 people if that's the only thing that's reservation based?
Will they put you now with like another couple or another group as well?
Oh, they're still doing that?
I've been sat with other groups.
Like Trader Sam's, you get sat with with strangers.
Okay. Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah,
I'm fine with that.
Yeah, I don't mind the stranger thing. Especially when
it's fun.
When you're drinking, you tend to be a little more talkative, a little more friendly.
I think Disney World's the only place where I'm like, oh yeah, bring on the strangers. Let's make a friend for like 30 minutes.
At Beer Garden, we would always get sat with like a family of 6. We would basically be their like, their new family members for lunch, where we would go to eat at Beer Garden, because we would be a 2-person reservation, and we would sit with of the family that's from the middle of America with 6 or 7 people, and they're like, "Oh, where are you from?" And
yeah, that's the best. Beer gardens in general are good places to do that.
Yeah, I like the hybrid idea of certain seats are reservation based, but you can join a walk-up list, or if there's open availability, you could just walk right in and get a drink.
So I'm glad you guys brought up a sit-down restaurant at Epcot. So I have overrated, underrated sit-down restaurants at Epcot.
Well, Andrew, you are firmly against sit-down restaurants most places in Disney World, right?
Certainly for breakfast, right? I like it in if you're going to like base your day around it, like Sean, you had always said that you like when you go home, you shower, you get into a new clothes, and then you're going out to eat, right? And then if I'm doing that, going to Epcot is great, and I would love that, right? But you're right, like I don't like having a reservation in Epcot when I'm like walking around the world that I know I need to hit, so I have to move quickly or I can't take my time. I'd rather, pick and eat as I go, right? With booths or things like that.
Yeah, I guess I don't mind knowing that like at 3:00 we have lunch in Germany, or at noon when the World Showcase opens at noon. We're going to hit Mexico for lunch. But I can understand not wanting to feel tied down, especially when there's so many options to just eat and snack on the go in Epcot, especially if you're going a certain time of the year. There's the festival booths that just double the amount of food that's offered to you. I like sit-down restaurants in Epcot, but I don't think it's crazy to have the opposite opinion.
I love a sit-down restaurant. I'm definitely although I am definitely anti getting a reservation at Epcot. I want to play Epcot like jazz. If I decide I want to go to a sit-down restaurant, I'll just walk up and ask if they have room.
Okay. Okay.
And they generally do.
I mean,
a lot of
Spice Road Table almost always does, and Spice Road Table is great. And by the time you're over there, it's dinner time or whatever. Like, that's not a bad option. I just feel like I don't know where I'm going to be in Epcot. It's so big. And like, if you're on one side or the other, to like it changes your whole day to have a dinner reservation.
I do want to also preface like my overrated, because that's where I was leaning. Epcot has some of the best restaurants on property. So like, I'm not taking anything away from the restaurants. I'm just saying that, I kind of like what JJ was saying. You're tying your whole day down to that. I do think a lot of times I will say I'm going to get something around Epcot at one of the festival booths, and then I don't end up getting anything. Lines are too long, or I can't make a decision on what I want, or I say maybe there'll be something in the next country that's better. Like, no, I'll keep on going. And so then I don't end up eating that much, and that's not great, So sometimes it is good having.
You drink the same amount, though.
Yeah, well, of course.
Probably more, actually.
So I do see like starting with something. I never really thought of that. Starting with a reservation to get like,
make sure there's food in your stomach. Yeah.
Oh yeah, the 11 a.m. getting 11 a.m. lunch. Just like spend the morning, go on Guardians, go on Living with the Land, grab a highlight on your way to your lunch, your earliest lunch reservation.
Yeah, or at least some chips and guac at
La Cava.
At La Cava, yeah,
just to get a base.
Yeah.
That sounds great, actually. Let's go. If we leave right now, when will we be there?
I can grab a land pavilion highlight in just 16 days.
Nothing like it.
The seas at the land pavilion, underrated. They have some good food there.
Oh, the Seasons. The
Seasons
I was
Cafe.
like the seas.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, I heard
you
the
hated
Seas,
that.
not Seasons. The
Yeah.
What is Sunshine Season something whatever.
Sunshine Seasons. Yeah.
Yeah. You know, Connections Cafe has pretty good food too. Like Epcot in general is it's the food park. So like it really is the food park. So like the sit down restaurants are great, but so are the snacks and so are the pizza at Connections is like maybe the best pizza in Epcot. It's maybe the best pizza in Walt Disney World is the pizza at Connections Cafe.
I gotta
It's
have
like
this
the
pizza.
best. It's like the best version of that.
I don't think I've
like,
ever had it. Yeah.
No, it's not like good pizza, but it's like Domino's, where it's like when you want.
Oh, okay. Oh, but it's good. It's good bad pizza.
It's good bad pizza. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not like legit pizza by any stretch. It's just what it's trying to do. It does really well, and it has I don't know if it's still in the menu, but when I went, it had chicken tikka masala pizza. It was cool. I enjoyed it.
Say the pizza at Via Napoli may want to put their hand in the ring here, but that's two different kinds of
It's
pizza.
technically better, but it's a more official version of pizza for sure. But there's something good about it. It's like really good trashy pizza. Okay, I'm looking at the time. We talked a lot.
Yeah, we did.
Let's just do one more. Overrated, underrated, because this is also coming up soon. And I think this was announced previously, but it was brought up at D23. And that is in the spring, Grogu and Mando are getting added to Smuggler's Run. So I want to know your thoughts on if it's overrated or underrated to be adding them into the Smuggler's Run experience.
Well, it's to line up with the movie. I think is the plan.
Yeah,
the Mandalorian and Grogu movie.
Yep.
I don't have any problem with this because it just makes sense as to what they're going to be trying to do with Galaxy's Edge, which is just put their new IP, their new Star Wars Disney IP anywhere they can. So I don't think overrated. I don't think overrated or underrated, because with the amount that Grogu / Baby Yoda is shoved in our face, it's very hard to consider him underrated. I think that this is kind of telling to how disappointing the overall vibe of Smuggler's Run has been in the short time that it's out, that they are already completely overhauling the ride.
And that's why I want to say underrated, though.
Maybe in that regard, but is it? I could be completely making this up, and if I am, maybe it's a good idea. But you're going to be able to choose which adventure you want, right? You'll be able to choose you want Mando or Grogu, or you'll be able to go on the original Hondo Ohnaka spice, whatever you're stealing. You'll be able to pick your adventure,
Coaxium,
basically.
of course.
Coaxium, there you
Coaxium.
go. And they said that whatever the useless person is, the engineer is the person that will be responsible for making that decision.
Yeah. So I on my way back from Disney World in the most recent time, it was right after Yeehaw Bob the next morning, so I was not feeling so well. But I sat next to someone that works at Smuggler's Run, and so he was telling me all about how it's going to be the Imagineer that is going to get to decide where to go. Where to go, like what planet to go, what mission to take. And they're going to be the ones that are going to be interacting with Grogu. So that's really upgrading that Imagineer. That engineer. That engineer station. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Like I said, I think this says two things. Number one, like I said, I don't want to say it's been poorly received because it's a fun ride, but I don't think it's gotten the love that they wanted it to get as the B attraction at the biggest upgrade in Disney World history until Villains Land comes around. But also, if they're putting Mando and Grogu in Smuggler's Run, aren't they already in Star Tours? I'm
not sure about that. I think they are, yeah.
Is this I don't is this maybe perhaps writing on the wall that Star Tours is soon as good as gone?
I also think so is an Indiana Jones ride coming to Animal Kingdom. Maybe you look at that whole area over there where Star Tours is next to the Indiana Jones stunt show.
The stunt show and Star Tours could be a whole new land. Yeah.
That's a lot of room. But I'm going to also say underrated because, Sean, I like that they're acknowledging that public perception of this ride is that the best part of the ride is over after you're inside the Falcon. Like, once you go into the cockpit, the cool part's over.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, you want to get a picture in front of the space chessboard. You want to see the Hondo Onaka animatronic. But once you're in the, like, I'm not getting anything out of that. Unless you're the pilot, there's really nothing. There's really nothing pulling you to ride that ever again.
Right.
So even the gunner stinks.
No, it's nothing. Yeah. I like that they're doing this a lot. Actually, I think this is
that's a good way to think about it. That they're maybe they see a blemish and they're correcting it.
They're not doubling or tripling down and being like, no, this is the greatest ride that's ever existed.
Yeah. Well, and everyone wants to be the pilot, so everyone is requesting to be the pilot, and that's causing operational issues.
That's
they're not
true.
able to go through as many people per hour as they want to.
Yeah, absolutely.
I wish I got that guy's name on the plane.
Your plane buddy?
Yeah, my plane buddy.
Well, if you rode a plane with a
on August 22nd,
that was noticeably in rough shape because he just spent like 4 days straight drinking around Disney World. And you just saw the glimmer in his eyes come back when he said that you were a cast member.
Write to us.
That's exactly how it went down. I was giving off vibes of like, please don't talk to me, until he said, actually, I work for Disney. I'm like, interesting. Sean, you want to take us out?
Thanks for listening to another episode of the ReedyGeeks podcast. Like, rate, and subscribe wherever you get your podcasts. Any questions, comments, concerns, future titles, or topic ideas, email us at reedygeeks@gmail.com and check us out on all our socials at ReedyGeeks. We'll see you next time.
Wrong, 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 wrong. Wrong, 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 wrong. You're wrong, you're wrong, you're wrong.
This week's Honest Send-Off comes courtesy of Perry Cox. If you have an Honest Send-Off that you want played at the end of one of our episodes, please submit an audio clip to us via our email address, reedygeeks@gmail.com. ReedyGeeks, a Walt Disney World podcast, is hosted and executive produced by Andrew Shopey, Sean Murphy, and JJ Hefner. Music and audio engineering by JJ Hefner.
Bon voyage.